The file is open. An NRI or OCI wants to deal with property in India. The first question is not commercial. It is whether FEMA permits the asset itself.
So let's dive into the permission framework governing these specific acquisitions under the rules.
First, we're zooming out to the entire FEMA architecture map, spanning F1 through F12.
We'll highlight F8, NRI, and OCI accounts and property, isolating our specific case file.
Our NRI, or OCI, is evaluating property acquisition and transfer in India. Let's assess. As an advisor, you must immediately separate permitted residential properties from barred agricultural assets. See, there is an absolute bar on acquiring agricultural land, farmhouses, or plantation properties.
Next up, we have to map out the mandatory payment flow for permitted asset acquisitions.
Funds must arrive via an inward banking remittance or from an approved non-resident account.
Keep in mind, paying by traveler's checks or foreign currency notes is strictly prohibited.
Now, a non-resident spouse can jointly acquire property, but only if the marriage is registered.
Crucially, that marriage must have subsisted for at least 2 continuous years right before acquiring. What about inheritance? The inheritance card allows acquiring property from a compliant resident or non-resident.
When it's time for the exit strategy, a transfer check determines your legal pathway.
Permitted properties can easily be transferred to a resident or to another NRI or OCI.
Finally, the advisor absolutely must address the critical repatriation question for those sale proceeds.
Repatriating proceeds from foreign exchange acquisitions, that's strictly capped at 2 residential properties.
If the property was acquired using NRO funds, a very strict annual ceiling applies. That repatriation limit is exactly $1 million per financial year, no exceptions.
And sale proceeds from inherited or gifted properties require specific RBI permission to repatriate.
By the time you finish, 3 capabilities should become clear. Identify permitted property acquisition. Check payment and transfer conditions. Analyze when repatriation requires further attention. Let's begin the module Interactions. Module F8, NRI and OCI accounts and property.